When Boston became a city in the 1820s, it created a city government with a bicameral city legislature. There was a common council elected every year by the people in the different wards. That is, the city was divided into wards, which roughly corresponded to neighborhoods, and each ward would elect 3 members of the common council. Then each ward would elect 1 member of the Board of Aldermen. And this 2-house legislature served as the government of the city. The mayor was elected citywide for a 1-year term. Real political power is in the hands of the Common Council, or the Board of Aldermen, and their power came from these different neighborhoods. Now, the power was held by someone popularly called a ward boss, someone with political power, political sway, and there were lots of political clubs in the neighborhood. And the role of a politician was to find jobs for his constituents or to help his constituents. This is how you got elected to office, by helping people, and then they would reward you with their votes. Sometimes it has a sinister application, the ward boss. I mean, you can't imagine a good application of this. On the other hand, they perform vital services in a society like this, where there's no social welfare net. If you're out of work, it's really too bad for you. And if your husband dies, that's really tough for you and for your children, because there is no breadwinner. So the ward bosses perform social welfare roles that today are handled by various bureaucrats. Boston, though, has a certain ethnic dimension to its politics, as the wards and the neighborhoods are quite often the preserves of people of certain ethnicities who will elect their own to various political offices. And this causes some tension among them. The Yankees, who live in the Back Bay and Beacon Hill, are still holding on to economic power, as they are working in the financial sector and in banking and in insurance, or owning the shipping companies. And the immigrants, Irish, Italian, Jewish, African American, are working for them. However, because the majority rules, those who can vote can control the political process, and you have in Boston both a certain tension between the immigrants and the Yankees, but also between the public sector and the private sector, between the political world and the economic world, a tension that will last well into the 20th century. And we have in Boston's political system here really the roots of this tension, a creative tension, sometimes a destructive tension, that prevails for the next century or so.